Hi everybody, back here again on the farm. So if you guys watch the channel, you know I bought this little 1300 Ford a couple months ago, or a couple weeks ago, I guess it was. Got it back home. When I first brought it home, the hydraulics weren't working on it. It ran pretty good for the most part. It's got kind of a dent in the hood. And I've done a couple other little things to it here and there. So I originally bought it to resell, which I may still resell it, but it's kind of, I've been using it to pull the planter and a couple other little things, so it's kind of turned out to be a pretty useful little tractor, and it's a little two-cylinder, so it don't really use much fuel. A little two-cylinder diesel, Japanese built. So when I brought it home, the hydraulics weren't working, and it actually does have power steering, which not many of these tractors had the power steering add-on. So the power steering wasn't working, and the three-point lift, the hydraulics weren't working on it at all. So I got to doing some research and looking at a lot of forums and stuff like that. There was a lot of different things, from needing to rebuild the pump to problems back here in the rear end with the piston cylinder back there for the lift. Pressure. I can't think of the word now. Relief valves going bad and stuff like that, are not set right. But ultimately, I started troubleshooting it. I pulled the dipstick, and it was all the way up on the top of the dipstick, and it was like a nasty gray oil. So it looks like evidently somebody just kept adding oil thinking that was going to solve the problem, and it didn't. So they, like I said, they just filled it all the way up, and that wasn't the issue. And ultimately, like I said, I started troubleshooting, and this is the hydraulic pump, which you can still get parts for these. These are a late 1970s, early 1980s vintage tractor. So I went down to my New Holland dealer, and you can pretty much get everything for these. My dealer had almost everything in stock for them, because I bought glow plugs, a headlight bulb. It didn't have this little extension pipe here on the muffler, so I got that. And it really wasn't that expensive. That was only like $35 or something, I think. So I drained all the oil out of it, and I pulled this filter. There's a metal screen in here, which I'm going to take apart in a second. And that was completely plugged with like a cloth. I mean, almost. It looked like soybean dust or something. So if you know what soybean dust looks like little fibers. It just looked like a carpet around that screen. So drained all the oil. I cleaned it once and started it back up before I drained it, actually. And ran it for about 5 minutes, and it plugged back up again. So from then I decided, I drained all the oil out of it. I had some trans hydraulic oil here. Cleaned it out again, filled it up with new oil, ran it for about 2 hours, and then the hydraulics started to slow down. So now I've been running it for about a week or two now, I guess. And the hydraulics are still working, power steering is still working, everything, but it's just the hydraulics of the lift has kind of slowed down when I've been pulling this little planter. So I'm going to clean this out one more time, and I think we'll finally have it licked on this. So like I said, I didn't see any videos on this out there. I mean, there was a lot of forum posts and stuff like that, so I wanted to do a video on it for people that might be having the same problems, because the 1500 is the same as this. The 1700 and 1900 Fords, it's the same general idea, but I believe the filter is a little bit different, or in a different spot on those, because I got a manual in there that has them all. And I don't know about the 1310s and 20s. They may be similar as well, because I think they're built by the same company over in Japan or whatever for Ford. But if you're having that trouble when you buy it, if your hydraulics are slowing down or they're not working, this is most likely what your problem is, that this filter is plugging up. So I'll quit rambling on here, and we'll take it off and see what we got. So it's just a 13 millimeter bolt right here. And like I said, I've already had this off a couple of times. The first time it was a little tricky to get it off. I think I used a bigger pair of channel locks than this. But it's got an O-ring in there. You can kind of put a little pry bar in there and work it back and forth. And you the drain pan, so you will lose a little bit of oil. There is a spring in there as well. So, set that over there. And this, as you can kind of see there, so it's got some dirt and stuff starting to plug it up down in the lower line areas. So I just use a non-coordinated brake cleaner to spray it out, clean it out. Then we'll stick it back in there. But these are still available. I mean, it's metal, so buying a new one won't technically solve your problem. I mean, it's just gonna, if you got the same problem that I had, it's just gonna take a you know, 3 or 4 times of actually clean it out, run it, clean it out again, run it until you actually get everything out of it. And I put like 3 gallons of diesel fuel in this too, and started the tractor up and ran it. And there's 3 plugs that want to drain it out. You got, there is one here, and there's one here, and actually, sorry, 4 plugs, because there's one on each side of the final drive, so there's one here on the other side as well. And this is the lowest point of the system, I believe. So put a couple gallons of diesel fuel in it, start it up for a couple seconds, run it. Obviously I didn't go ahead and work the lift or anything when I started up with diesel fuel in it, but I just used that to kind of wash the system out, drained everything out, and then I put new oil in it, and I've had pretty good luck since. But like I said, it's gotten this, the last time this was like, it was like an 1/8 inch of stuff on here, so it was pretty nasty. So simple problem, not a lot of, I didn't have to buy anything to fix it other than change the oil. I had, you know, 5 gallons. These hold like 21 quarts, I believe, of a trans hydraulic oil. So that's all I really had invested in it, but there's really no reason, unless this has a big hole or something in it, there's really no reason to actually replace this screen. You can clean it out. So let me grab a paper towel here and we'll clean this thing out. So I just got a non-coordinated brake cleaner. This stuff, it dries a lot quicker. I don't really like the non-flammable stuff. It kind of leaves a film and never dries. But you can just, you can use air as well, without air compressor. This does a pretty good job. You just kind of go down each one of those grooves and get all that nasty stuff out of there. And I usually like to hit it from the inside. Okay, so I got this cleaned out relatively well, about the best you can get. You could also take some compressed air and run it through after it dries. I usually let it get on the inside and blow everything out of the filter, because it comes through obviously from the outside in. This rubber seal here, it actually fell off when I pulled this apart. So I just actually took some Gorilla Super Glue and cleaned it up and glued it back on, and haven't had any issues with it since. So that's really it. Get the, like I said, down the bottoms is where that stuff kind of sticks. And I said, I think nobody ever cleaned this filter out over its whole life, and it just got to where it wouldn't work anymore, and they just kept adding oil thinking that was going to fix the problem, and that's probably why they took it to the auction, to get rid of it, because the hydraulics weren't working. And there wasn't anything mentioned about it when on the sale when I bought it. It said everything worked well, but obviously it didn't. So we'll put this back in, and then so you got this little spring in there, so make sure that's seated in its little deal there. It pops out. And I'm going to put this back up in there. Okay, so that's pretty much it as far as cleaning the filter. So let me clean my hands off here, and we'll start it back up and see what we got. Okay, so we got that filter cleaned out, reinstalled. Like I said, be careful with that O-ring on there that you don't get it pinched and cut it or something like that. Like I said, my local New Holland dealer, they have most stuff in stock for these, and the stuff that they didn't have in stock, they had for me like 2 days later. So contrary to a lot of the forums and stuff, they act like all parts are hard to get. Their parts are not actually hard to get for these. Like this one, it actually, one of the radiator mounts here, you can see it's broken loose from the bonding from the rubber to the steel. She actually, it was like $12 or something, or 15. They actually had it in stock down there. So parts are relatively cheap, and they are still in stock if you talk to a New Holland dealer. So with that, we're going to start this up and see how the hydraulics work. And then I got about a 1/4 acre of corn to plant, so. And it seems like these tractors always, you got to use the glow plugs, whether they're cold or hot or whatever. So, and I want my beverage to fall. Power steering. So if you're having hydraulic issues with one of these tractors, like I said, the 1300, 1500, 1700, 1900, I believe maybe the 10 and 20 series, they may be comparable to what these are. I'm not sure, I've never worked on them. But if you're having a hydraulic issue, that'd be the first thing I would check is the filter here. And like I said, I believe the 17 and 1900 series, it's a little bit different filter, or it's somewhere else in the tractor, I believe. I'm just not 100% sure. But check that screen first before you go crazy buying pump parts and going into checking pressures on the relief valves and all that stuff, because most likely the case that we had here, I think this tractor was just ran and nobody ever changed the oil or checked the filter in it, and that's what you have, the hydraulics, and nothing works. So just hope that'll help you all out. Like I said, I didn't see any videos on this topic when I was doing searches. I've seen a lot of forum posts and stuff like that. But really no real good information as far as pictures and videos. So we thought we'd throw one out there for you guys if you're looking for this info. So again, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell for the updates. Like I said, on this channel, we're always doing farming stuff, tractor stuff, you know, animals, all that good stuff here at the farm and whatnot. So again, check us out, look at the other videos. Just like I said, subscribe, hit the bell for the updates, and always like the video if you like it. And we appreciate all the views and comments and all that as well. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.